Hello, Brian the Fanboy here. In October of 2024 is the 30th anniversary of Our Real Monsters. So yes, it's been 30 years since Our Real Monsters first aired on Nickelodeon back in October of 1984. Now, in honor of Our Real Monsters' 30th anniversary, I did watch the first episode, which was The Switching Hour, and I'm going to review it. Now, the episode starts when this young boy was taking out the trash. His name is Nicky, and then his older brother Jake threw another bag of trash for him, just to bully him. Now, when Nicky opened up the garbage can, he found a small red monster with long ears, and Nicky got scared and yes, told Jake about it. And while the red monster was going into the forest, Jake only didn't see much of it, and it was like, "Can you say bunny rabbit?" Now, at the city dump, there is an academy filled with monsters. We also meet up with the red monster, and his name is Ikis. And his friends are a male monster with well, who holds mostly his arms like this because that's how he holds his eyeballs. And that monster's name is Grum. And then we have a female monster that's she's like a candy cane, but she has black and white stripes, and her name is Oblina. And of course, they were talking about the stuff they heard about what humans do on Halloween. Then, as class starts, their teacher, the Grumble, he yes started the class, and he talked about how it would be most of the monsters' first Halloween. However, he wasn't uh, pleased with their midterms, and because that the monsters didn't do well, he banned his students from going out on Halloween, and also warned that for any monster that dare disobey him, then that monster will be suffer one of the three tortures or terrors, like and they are something bad, something really bad, and a pink house with a sign that says "You don't want to know." Yes. Oh yes, and he has a Snorch, which is another monster with a P on his head, a P monster on his head, so that he'll be guarding the town to make sure no monsters try to escape. Now, later that night, all the monsters were trying to figure out a way to sneak out uh, despite the Grumble's orders. Then Oblina, Grom, and Aegis, they found their own way to sneak out, and one of them saw Snorch guarding, and Grom, he threw one of his eyeballs at the toilet, and the toilet fell down on the Snorch's head, and he got knocked down. And the three monsters, they went out to wreak havoc. And eventually they met up with these two trick-or-treaters. Of course, they weren't successful in scaring them because, those kids thought that they were humans in costumes. And despite not being able to scare those kids, the monsters did enjoy the pennies they were given, which they ate. And when trying to figure out, remember what the kid said, Oplina thought it was pick your meat, but Ike said it was prick your feet. Then they went to a house and tried to get candy and yes, but not candy, I mean pennies. And well, this woman opened the door and she called out this man. And when the woman asked what those kids are supposed to be, the man said, Father Oplina was a candy cane, and that Ike was some kind of a jackrabbit. And well, he couldn't figure out what Crumb was, but because of Crumb's stench, he suggested to take out the costume because he started to reek in there. They tried to get more of those coins, but the woman wouldn't let them have any more. Then the monsters went to another house where there was a party going on, and one of the kids suggested a game with the lights off, and the was kind of like a passing items, and pretend was supposed to be something gross. And then of course Crumb keeps eating the items, and then Crumb decided to pass on his own eyeballs, and when somebody turned on the lights, uh, a girl was holding Crumb's eyeballs, and when she saw what she was holding, she and all the other kids ran out of the house screaming and shaking his friends, were started to throw eggs and toilet paper at them. Then during the whole chaos, a mix-up happened, and oh yeah, I forgot that Nicky, he was wearing a costume based on Ickes, and because of that, Oblivion and Grum grabbed Nicky thinking that he was Ickes, and Jake grabbed Ickes because he thought he was Nicky. So yes, it was a misunderstanding on both sides. And then yes, Nicky fainted, and well, Oblivion and Grum brought him back to that dump with him, thinking that he was still thinking that he was Ickes. Now, as for taking his friends along with Ickes, the real one, well, they went to this other house that was having another party, and Ickes was became a hit. And now back at the dump at the academy, in the room of the three monsters, Nicky woke up and realized that it wasn't Ickes at all. It was a boy dressed up like him, and Oplina demanded to know what he done with Ickes, and well, Nicky begged not to be eaten, and Oplina says that they don't need humans because, they don't know where they've been. And then they realize that they must have been switched, and no other planets gonna have if he brings Ickes back home. Man. So Oplina, Grum, and Nicky try to sneak out. Of course, Grumple found them, and demanded them to go back to the room, and they try to find a way to get Ickes back. And on the day after Halloween, well, Ickes arrived to breakfast and figured that they finally figured that it was still Nicky in a costume. Ickes was told to change, and Ickes put on some clothes to hide his appearance, and then both Jake and Ickes went out to school, at least the human school that is, and also at the academy. Grumble, he suspected that somebody disobeyed him, and claimed that he will find out who it was. And then so I took about the assignment, and one of the monsters was grabbed and put in the viewfinder, and On the screen will show how he scared a family. And then was Icky's turn. Okay, Nikki and Opina tried to persuade the Grumple that it's not the right time, but Nikki he was grabbed in the viewfinder and was showing him scaring his cat. Uh, anyway, yep, it was accidental, but now back at the human school, well, Ickis tried to sneak out, and then the teacher she told Ickis to talk about his house, and yes, he talked about all the garbage and bugs and stuff, and said that he lives in a filthy dump, and all the kids were laughing, and because of that, the teacher sent Ickis to detention, and when Ickis met up with the detention kids, they asked him what he's in for, and according to a paper, it was disrupting the class, and yeah, then the kids started to bully Ickis, but as revenge, Ickis bit the chair leg off. At the academy, well, the grandpa was trying to get some of the students to do some kind of I don't know what's about singing or noises, but then when Grandpa thought that there was something missing, Nicky he scratched on the chalkboard, and the Grumple he liked what he heard, and then Huck Nicky, thinking that still thinking it was Ickis, and you know happy that believing that Ickis was improving. And then well, eventually Obina, Crom, and Nikki get ready on the way out to switch both Nikki and Nikki's back, and oh yes, around that time, well, because of things were not going for well, that day he decided to flush himself down the toilet, and he went to the bedroom to well, he said he told Jake that he was going to use the bathroom, and well, Jake was to bully Ickis, still thinking it was Nikki, and well, he took off the clothes that Ickis was wearing, and oh, Jake's friends were there too as well, and well, Ickis started to get so mad that eventually that he grew big, and his fangs became sharper, and scared both Jake and his friends, and well, the friends they ran screaming, and Jake hid under the bed, and Ickis went back to his normal size, and when he's about to flush himself out of the toilet, well, before that happened, Oblina and Graham finally brought Nicky back to his house, and Oblina told Nicky not to tell anybody where he been, and Nicky said that nobody would believe him if he did. And then see, oh yes, after that scare that Jack and his friends got, well, Ickis was about to flush himself down the toilet, but then eventually, Albina and Grom saw him, and Ickis was happy to see his friends again, and he left out, and then Nikki went to the room, and then when Jake was talking about monsters, Nikki said, "Can you say bunny rabbit?" And Jake was screaming. Now, back at the academy, let's see. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, all right, I'm back. Now, as I was saying, yes, well, back at the dump, well, Graham, Ickis, and Oplina, well, yes, they were happy that Ickis was back, and talking about what happened that day. And then, the Grumble, he said that he did some detective work and also got a monster who squealed. And well, the Grumble told Ickis, oh yeah, I mean, who disobeyed him, and Yet the Grumble told Ikis Grumanoblina to stand up and said that they're the future leaders of tomorrow since they acted like real monsters and went out on Halloween. However, since they disobeyed the Grumble, he has to be. That means that it won't go without punishment. So the monsters went where the three terrors are, and well, Iggy's ass was behind door number three, and then the door of the pink house opened, and there was a scream, and that was the end of the first episode of Our Real Monsters. So yes, I mean I did enjoy watching the series as a kid, but as an adult, well, I mean I understand some things now, but anyway, yes. Now as what's going on for the 40th anniversary of Our Real Monsters, well, there is a set of Our Real Monsters figures. It's called the Mantu set. Yes, look it up and you can find more details about it. More than one sites are talking about it. But and also there is this YouTube channel called Splat Attack. I am not a part of it at all. I'm just doing something nice for another content creator, but let them tell you about, that channel. And, well, and that channel, they talk about, mostly 80s or 90s Nickelodeon, and they also do special anniversary episodes. And, well, at the moment I am making this video, I haven't found anything they did for Our Real Monsters, but maybe I think they will do at some point this month. You just have to, keep checking once in a while. You have to see if they had done anything yet. Oh, and also since Our Real Monsters is a kids show, I mean a Nickelodeon show, I'd like to mention that there will be a Nickelodeon convention called SplatCon, which is mostly dedicated to 80s, 90s, and early 2000s Nickelodeon, which will be held in Los Angeles from October 19 to October 20, and there'll be a lot of people who were involved in whatever Nickelodeon projects they've been a part of. Yes, and there will also be an Old Dad reunion. I mean, not everybody from Old Dad will be there, but there will be a lot, and you can check out the Splatcon website and you know uh, find out more information about what's going on there. So I think that's all I can say about the 40th anniversary of Our Real Monsters, and also please share this. I mean, subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot, and also please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.